Your Meteorologist is brought to you by Matex Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical.
We were going to do a segment called Ask Your CI Living hosts about weather, but quickly learned that we don't know anything about weather.
That's not one of our natural superhero powers
Sure
today.
isn't. And so today we're going to do something called Ask Your Meteorologist.
Yes, with superhero Jack Gerfen.
Ooh, I'm a superhero now.
Okay, which superhero would you be? It's National Superhero Day.
Batman.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always be yourself,
Yep.
unless you can be Batman.
Yep.
And then always be Batman.
Yep.
Okay, well,
Batman.
hopefully Batman, a.k.a. Jack Gerfen, can answer a question we have from a viewer.
Yes.
Rhonda Weaver Olson wants to know, what are heating and cooling degree days, and how are they determined? I'm not really even sure what a heating and cooling degree day means.
So it's a lot of times these are used by, farmers or people that are involved like in the energy companies some way somehow, in terms of like maybe you work for a fuel company, but it's basically for what it takes to cool or heat our homes up to a comfortable level is essentially what it is. And so what you have is an equation based off of 65 degrees. So if it's
Why 65?
Because 65 is the temperature of which we assume that things are comfortable, and you don't have to do anything to your home. You can just keep the windows open or closed, and it will be comfortable inside your home when it's around 65 degrees outside.
So is the goal? Well, I'll let you finish your explanation. I don't even know enough to ask the right questions.
Yeah, so if we can pull up our graphics here, we've got a little explainer here. And on that one, we've got that the heating degree days as well as the cooling degree days are based on the assumption that when it's, like I said, around 65 degrees, that it's comfortable and we don't need to have the heat or the AC on. And we take the temperature mean, the average temperature for that day, and compare it to 65 degrees. So let's say, for example, yesterday was a very warm day, and so we're going to have that as a cooling day because of the fact that we had such high temperatures above 65.
So it's a cooling day because you would have to cool things off to get it to the 65 average.
Correct. Yep.
So it's kind of opposite of what you would think. And is it just, does it matter how high above average or how below average, or is it just 1-to-1?
So basically, what we have here is, we'll pull up our graphics here again, and it's a little bit easier to show here.
I was told there'd be no math, Jack.
Yeah, there's some math here. So you have to take the mean temperature. So let's say we had a high temperature of 90 today, and it was 66 this morning.
Yep.
So you add the two of them together, divide by 2. That's your average temperature for the day.
Sure.
And that's 78 degrees. And since it's above 65. Now you take 78 minus 65, and today was 13 cooling degree days, if that was what it was. So it's kind of weird how you can have 13 degree days, even though it was just on a single day.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
See, kids, if you want to be a meteorologist, you're going to have to know your math.
Stay in school.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And so then you would do the opposite if it was for the winter time for a heating degree day. You would then see that the mean temperature would obviously be below 65. So you would take 65 minus that temperature, and that would be your heating degree days.
What are we looking at here?
So that's the average for CU, for Champaign-Urbana.
They seem to say the same thing. Is the bottom one supposed to be cooling?
That's the typo, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
I was like,
making sure I understood.
Yes.
So the top one is average heating in a year?
In a year,
the bottom is the average cooling.
So we are, our average is around 5,900 for heating degree days.
Got it.
And that just means that we spend a lot more time below 65. And then our cooling degree days at 979. And again, that's taking the average temperature there. So
we now know why Rhonda asked this question.
Yes.
Because figuring it out is not super simple.
No.
It's not. There are definitely people who still like to know the number, but it's definitely not as prevalent as what it used to be. Like, I know that, Judy would have had the heating or cooling degree days on the almanac, and that's just not something we really do very much anymore.
Can you just put us in a group text every day and let us know what that number is?
Can you please let me know for tomorrow?
I'm very concerned about what it is.
If you have questions, potentially simpler questions for Jack, not that he couldn't answer, but we'd like to understand them.
Yes.
Jay Gerfen at WCIA.com. You can go to his Facebook page or find him on Twitter as well. Thanks, Jack.
Absolutely. Yep.